Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, here we are, All Stars 9, another
Yeah.
All-Star edition coming at you. We were doing this right after we did our drafts, so it's still fresh.
It's very, very fresh. So it's always weird doing the breakdown and stuff after we do the actual draft because we cover pretty much the same territory.
Yeah, now we gotta kind of reiterate because now it's on a new video.
I know. So it's like so if anything, we have better abridged versions of them. Anywho, all right. So let's get right on it. Let's start with your list.
Okay, my tribe, starting here with Anne Boleyn, the wife or ex-wife of Henry VIII, who we'll get to later. Plays a really solid game, on one for the history books, somehow being part of a duo with Henry VIII, until she ends up getting medevaced at Final Four, where she was probably in a pretty good position to either win or at least get some good votes there.
Yeah. Darn shame. Yeah, I mean, she was definitely a standout in that. Both of them were. And, she was definitely someone that you could get behind because, definitely this day and age, she is more regarded in a better light. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see if she can get some redemption here, and not get medevaced out of the game at near the end.
We'll see. Yeah, this is a redemption for her. Watch it. Very first episode, it happens.
We'll see. I really hope not. I want to see her make a deep run. I want to see her and Henry have to interact
Be on
again.
the same tribe.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see.
Next up, from Survivor versus Big Brother, we got Ben Drebergen, who found a bunch of idols on the season, and wins some challenges. He manages to get himself to the end, but with some pretty sloppy gameplay throughout the season.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'll admit I was a little surprised that you chose him. For somehow in my brain, I thought Ben was Dan. So I was like, what? But I mean, he did play a pretty respectful game in there. It was something where it was kind of interesting to see how he kept doing it, stuff like that. But I mean, anyone that made it that far in that season has some merit because it was a pretty tough season to get through.
Yeah, and you got to give him credit for the advantage getting, because if he didn't find that idol, he probably goes home there. Yeah.
You're ready.
Okay. Next up, we got once again from one for the history books. We got Blackbeards, the pirates, who was the villain of the season pretty much. He got a lot of attention for pretty much the entire merge until he gets voted off. And yeah, just kept antagonizing people and getting on people's nerves. But somehow kept kind of making it further in the game.
I mean, it could be one of those people where you just love to hate, and he was just kind of one of those things. And it's kind of sometimes you bring that the jerk along longer because take some heat off of you, and also who's going to vote for them in the end.
Yeah, exactly. He could have been the Philip Shepard of the season.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next up from Animation Domination, we got Himiko Toga, who, we've talked about in the draft, but because of a certain scenario that happens at the end of the game, she kind of gets robbed of being able to look back on her game in, good light because of it doesn't matter at that point. Despite the fact that she was playing a great game, she should have been the winner of that final three. But instead, we get a fire making challenge instead to decide the winner, which is just an awful way to decide who wins the season.
I mean, with three-way tie like that, I mean, it's not happened on Survivor yet. So the Brantsteele simulator person who you know, codes all of this, is like, well, that's the only thing we really have to go off of.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was just you have two back-to-back bad things that soured the season, and I think a lot of the people in that like end game, that last kind of final four, kind of get soured because of everything that happens.
Yeah, yeah. But I like Toga. I'm, my hero fan, obviously. Both of us are.
Yeah, they've been doing great on our Brantsteele.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe this could be Toga's time to shine.
Exactly. Okay, next up we got Captain America's partner in crime from
Bucky?
Holiday Havoc, Ira Hayes.
Yeah, Ira's really good. He definitely, as Joe has stated, he's the only one that actually won a challenge over good old Cap.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a pretty good social game, and it's just one of those duos where they bonded because they were both in the same war. And Ira is I liked Ira, and the fact that it's interesting. Like, I admit, did not pay attention too much in history class, but like, he does someone that intrigues me with like history. Like, now that I'm an adult and I'm looking at the camera the wrong way. Now that I'm adult and appreciate history a little bit more, I think Ira's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we ever do another Brantsteele duos, you can definitely see Ira, I think, coming back with Cap.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see Ira. Hopefully he makes it even further this time.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yep. Next up, we got from Animation Domination, Junko Enoshima. Yeah, she's doing some crazy stuff with her tongue there. This is her villain, where she's just like gone full blown crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just see her going, "What's up?" right at the new Scream movie out. It makes sense.
Exactly.
Even though that was a scary movie, but like, people
Yeah.
associate the two.
Exactly. It's a parody of Scream. But yeah, she plays a very dominant game. Her actual persona as Junko Enoshima in the games and the movie, the anime. She's just crazy. She is absolutely, like, she wants to see people go into despair and feel like there's no way that they can ever get out of this, and just see everyone get plunged into despair. That's literally her entire character.
So she's like she's like what is it, an energy vampire, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she yeah, I guess that would be a good use there. But I don't know if you've ever seen What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm currently watching it.
It's not like that one guy where he's like boring them to death. This is like
the exact opposite.
Yeah, she's making them bond with each other so that way they have to kill each other.
Yes. Yeah. So like Kingsman.
Yeah.
So yeah. Junko was entertaining. So we'll see. I don't know. We have a very stacked season. So we'll see. I felt like because the villains won a lot, the villains were able to get away with a lot more stuff and made it further as a result. So we'll see if this plays this time around.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next up we got Marge Simpson from Holiday Havoc, who makes a pretty deep run on the season as well. One of the only 3 people win immunity, and she's one of them on the season because of Captain America's dominance. But yeah, I mean, I thought she played a pretty solid game, making it pretty far. Kind of a similar game, I think, to her daughter Lisa Simpson on Lisa's season. So yeah,
I agree. I mean, Marge, like, I love The Simpsons. I do. And that's why part of the reason I chose her for that season. Also, it's like, she is just like, I'd say out of a lot of the TV moms, she has a lot of patience. She has a lot of I would say patience is one of her biggest things. But
Cool.
yeah, and if anyone can like make like a sleeper thing, I think it's her. I feel like she's going to do her daughter a bit proud here.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm rooting for Marge too. I like The Simpsons. Picking the picture for Marge is weird because I have to type in Marge Simpson and the Google results at first for Marge Simpson. It's not what I want to be seeing.
Was it the Playboy cover?
Stuff in that category, yes.
Well, fun fact, she's actually the first animated person to be on the cover of Playboy.
Yeah.
So those who wanted to know that,
now they know.
yeah. Also, what kind of things do you look where that just pops up in your algorithm for your Google?
I don't know. I saw it was there with this picture. This was the first thing, but like if you like try to scroll to keep seeing like any other potential options, you get like weird stuff.
All right. Speaking
Okay.
of weird stuff,
Yeah. Now we got Ryan's favorite player coming back for Survivor All Stars 9. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
I might jump out the window if he wins.
I'm hoping he makes it fun just because it would be hilarious.
It probably will because Brantsteele loves my reactions. So does our viewers. So like give them a good. Our pain is your gain. Well, my pain specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Joe sometimes goes no and he goes silent and stuff like that. I scream. I react. I threaten to jump up. I do have an emotional stuffy today.
Oh,
This is
nice.
a Gore Bunny. His name is Cardio Pal because in the video games he's like always jogging and playing. Reminds me of running, so he's my cardio pal.
Nice.
All right.
I'm we'll see how long Mr. Hanky has in this game. If he makes it far, we'll get some humor out of it. If not, Ryan will be happy.
Yes, is that so much to ask, Ryan?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, next up, we got no stranger to our Brantsteele universe here. One of the best of all time. But I think she's shown that she's not as strong in the last. Yeah, exactly. She had a like 6 or 7 like season long time where she always made it to the end, and now that's not the case. She can go out.
I think because like we have such a higher caliber of players, where it's something like in series 2, we definitely saw like people do stuff we've never seen before, like how Regina won, or like we had a lot of big winners like Vlad being one, and then we also had there was just like a lot of different scenarios that definitely kind of like elevated the gameplay. So I would say that they recognized the threat and just didn't let Parvati do her Parvati thing as freely.
Yeah. The people like you can only be under the radar so many times before you're always going to be on everyone's radar.
Yeah.
That's why Sandra can never play the game again, really. Because
well, I mean, she's an Australian survivor, so
yeah, but a lot of them will probably know Sandra because that's what happened with Russell.
probably. I don't know. It's something where Ryan needs to get Paramount Plus because apparently today, season 1 and 3 of Australian Survivor are now on Paramount Plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and I definitely there's so many things. Like I'm recently trying to watch all the Netflix Marvel shows in order. Ryan just fills his plate up with content. It's like the big cake in Matilda, and I'm just the kid, like just shoveling away.
Yeah, I just started watching Eastbound and Down, a show that came out a while ago, but I just never got a chance to watch it, and it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
It's about a baseball player who seems like he's going to be one of the biggest stars, and then just gets fat and old and just like does not live up to his potential, and then has to go back and be a substitute teacher at at a school. But he's still trying to get back into the big leagues, but it's like it's not happening, guy.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly, for my tribe, we got the person who got taken out from the advantage get in. We got Dr. Will Kirby.
I imagined him in more pink and round. Because Kirby. Sorry. I couldn't resist.
That was bad. That was
I
so
didn't make
bad.
it last time, and I was like, shit, I should have. And then
there you go. You got your wish.
He enjoys the joke. Look, he's smiling. He's like,
yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Probably him and Kimiko are really enjoying it, and then Junko's having her own thing over there.
If anything, she's a little bit awakened by it. She's like, oh yes. I'm sorry to our viewers.
And you're saying that you don't like potty humor?
That is not potty humor. That is, we're not getting there because we don't want to be banned.
Exactly. Okay, well, yeah, Dr. Will Kirby plays a great game, but probably could have won if advantage getting doesn't happen, honestly. I think he was in a really good position to get to the end if it wasn't for him not having an idol at Final Five.
I mean, he was one of the people that could have possibly won, hands down. So I feel like, especially with this one, with Millennials versus Gen X, there's a lot of different twists and stuff to make it interesting. So, and I highly doubt that it's going to happen again.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on over now to your tribe.
All right, first up, we got Derek Levasseur from Big Brother versus Survivor. He did great in that season, making it pretty far near the end. And one of the Big Brother seasons that I saw, and he played a very solid game in there. And he did a pretty solid game in our Brantsteele. Also, the jump street thing, his kind of like strategy there. I'm curious to see how he does this time around.
Yeah, he was on my list too. I was going to draft him if you didn't. I thought he played a really great game. I know in his Big Brother, he played a little more of an under the radar game and got people out once they started recognizing him. But in our Brantsteele, he kind of was the opposite. He was having big move itis and was having idols and everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, once people know your game, they know your game, and when your game is for your game not to be known, you can't do that again.
Exactly.
It's just how it goes.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got Geronimo. Definitely a highlight of one for the history books, which is a very solid season. And he was, making alliances, stuff like that. I believed he won a challenge or two. And I think he was definitely a highlight in my opinion. And just the history of this guy is pretty cool and interesting. So like he was a great character throughout.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Geronimo to be here. I want to see maybe him and Ira Hayes. I feel like they're both Native American, so I feel like they might have a nice bond there. Maybe bring Steve Rogers in as well. I feel like that could be a pretty fun little alliance going on there.
I agree. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Henry VIII, the man who was originally supposed to be back in our Celebrity Survivor way back when, but got swapped out, came back and won for the history books, and kind of had more of a hero role, or like I wouldn't say hero, protagonist role.
Yeah. I think he started off muddy because we were dealing with Henry VIII, but somehow like morphed into being the hero of the story. Like,
He kind of, I think
the
he got woke in the afterlife.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it seemed like definitely the season started kind of being seen through the eyes of Henry VIII. A lot of things that he was doing were the things that mattered in the season. Yeah, another person I wanted on my list, and you got him. So yeah.
Nice. All right. So next up, we got Jeff Probst. Like I said, he was someone that I've always thought would be interesting to like bring onto our Brantsteele. And when Joe had the idea of doing like a captain season of Big Brother and Survivor, it was like the perfect transition for him. And he did pretty well, got rocked out, poetic, very poetic. Like in that moment, I remember just being like, I didn't want to say it. I was like, oh, it'd be funny if Jeff got rocked out, and he did.
Mhm.
And one of the themes of this season, it's kind of like second chance or like, oh, kind of got screwed over. And so like, there's a little bit redemption here. And I feel like, Jeff loves redemption arcs and stuff like that. So
That's why he
I
loved
think,
Redemption Island. He loves Edge of Extinction. He loves that storyline to be able to play up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. Next up from animation, Abomination. There we go.
That's one.
Animation Abomination, we got Jinx. And Jinx was she was doing well. She was more of an anti-hero on a hero tribe. She did have ties to the villain tribe, but that tie ended up being her downfall. And so much so that the simple act of voting her out caused the man to quit when victory was all but assured. So like she's someone that just kind of like ruffled, just like shattered the Brantsteele timeline with it's one of those moments where because of that, it just kind of like made this huge ripple effect
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the
She was
show.
the catalyst for everything that happened after with that season. Even if it wasn't necessarily her fault, it was. Yeah, her character does impact the rest of the story moving forwards. Like that's how
Yeah,
impactful she was to the season, if as a whole.
exactly. All right. Also from Animation Abomination, we have Luisa Madrigal, who was on the Hero Tribe, was like doing the best she could with what she had and was targeted early because she is a obviously a big challenge threat. And fun fact, you guys probably heard it, but we don't talk about Bruno overthrew Let It Go on the billboard. So
Yeah,
which is crazy to think about. I mean, it's a fun song, great song,
yeah.
but
Will we ever bring Bruno to Brantsteele? That is a
oh,
question.
probably. I love Encanto, so
Yeah.
it is definitely a possibility.
Mhm.
But like Luisa, like obviously we don't talk about Bruno as like the number one song for that movie, but she has like the second best song.
Mhm.
Surface Pressure. She has an Atlas complex, and especially since a lot of things were like falling apart on her team, I think she took a lot of that on to herself. I feel like this time around things will be a lot better for her, and I actually think she will make like a deep run.
That's nice. Yeah, yeah. I'm rooting for her too. She was one of my favorites from Encanto as well. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe she can use her physical strength to have them not lose as many challenges this time.
Yep. All righty. Next up, we got Neferpito. And the thing about Neferpito, also from Animation Abomination, um, did well in the game, made it pretty far, and tied the votes. You know, uh, she was one where I kind of needed someone to help fill out the kind of the roster, and also admittedly, Pito is also there as tribal fodder. Uh,
Yeah, you
not
don't
to
care if
say,
she goes off pre-merge.
yeah, not to say she didn't play a good game in domination, because I could have chosen from anything else, but it's one where I'm not as emotionally invested. So naturally, she's going to win.
Yeah, she's gonna completely dominate now. But it's good. Your entire tribe is going to get destroyed first, and then she'll dominate. Um,
Exactly. All right. Speaking of entire teams getting destroyed, we have Shan Smith, and yeah, she did pretty good in our Big Brother versus Survivor one, and as Joe pointed out to me, even making like one of the most strategic people in that season. Yeah, I like Shan. She's entertaining, and yeah, and she usually does pretty good on our Brantsteele. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what she brings. Could this be her win? Who knows?
yeah, she was on my list as well. Another person who I was thinking of taking. So yeah, I'm excited to see her play.
Yeah. All right, next up, we have Steve Rogers, Captain America, the first one. And he is someone who won Survivor in the most Captain America way possible. Played his found idols and never played it for himself. Played it for other people. Won 8 challenges, immunity challenges. He's the current record holder for that. And like that just makes him one of the best players we ever had. Maybe the best player if we're counting like just one season playing wise. I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like between him and Regina George, it's a toss up who has that honor.
yeah. I honestly this season, I think I want to see him not necessarily win challenges. I want to see him socially and strategically maneuver himself further into the game because
Well, I
that's
mean,
the one thing that you can definitely criticize a challenge beast win.
yeah, because once you make a deep run in your original season, then you have that whenever you come back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have that reputation, and they might try
Yeah,
and target you before the merge, which
yeah,
you don't want to happen.
yeah,
If he makes
exactly.
it to the merge, I will be happy. But yeah. All right, next up, we got from one for the history books, we have Toshiko Kishida. And she was one where she was definitely a sleeper. Um, Someone, as Joe pointed out, she didn't always play the best game, but she was playing a great game underneath. Like it was rocky for her, and she wasn't able to get the votes. But I recognize her game, and I think it's a really solid thing. And like now that she kind of like found the mistakes of her first time around, I feel like she has a better shot of winning.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she's one of those players that I think there's just a few things missing in her game that ultimately those few things cause I think a lot of people to not want to vote for her at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she needs to work a little more on that social game and not upsetting people as the game is going.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your top two from your tribe?
Top two. Um, I'm gonna say Louisa, um, and I'm gonna say Steve Rogers. Those are my top two. Like, even though like I won't be upset or anything if Steve Rogers win. Like I want him to make it. I basically want him to be this series, our series 3. I want him to be like in the same conversation as Regina, as Parvati, as like one of the greatest of all time. Yes, it's hard to judge after one season, but I want him to be on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I agree
He,
too. I agree. But yeah, I think he needs to at least have a decent run here to get there. Um, I would be rooting. I'm rooting for on your tribe, Henry VIII and Jinx.
yeah, those are also pretty solid. Yeah, I would love for Jinx to go far as well.
Yeah, exactly. Have her win after all for what happened from her season.
Of animation abomination.
Yeah. Okay, then who's your top two on my tribe?
I'm gonna go with Himiko and Marge.
Good choices. Good choices. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm rooting for Ira Hayes and Dr. Will Kirby.
Very solid choices.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
solid.
Exactly.
All righty.
Okay.
You ready?
Let us do it. Okay, Louisa has found the legacy advantage.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Okay, so yeah, they can use it when there are 6 castaways remaining. No alliances on my tribe. Nothing on
Nope.
your tribe. Let's see who wins
What?
first individual immunity.
Come on,
It
Perp.
is my tribe that wins immunity.
Why? Why? Just why?
Anne and Junko bond strongly.
That's a rather interesting dynamic.
Mr.
Oh
Hinky
my
has a
God.
major meltdown. Oh no, get him in the freezer.
Why? Let me guess, he's in a fucking alliance, isn't he? Oh no.
No, alliance forms between Anne, Junko, and Marge.
Interesting.
And Himiko works hard at camp and becomes tired. So Anne and
Okay.
Junko creating kind of a power duo there.
And bringing Marge along for the ride.
Exactly.
Right.
Derek and Captain America have a small fight.
That's not smart for Derek.
Yeah, Derek, I don't think you're going to win that fight.
He can do it all day. I think it's going to be Derek.
Man, if it's Captain America, I'm going to be so mad.
I'll be super pissed.
First vote goes to Captain America.
I fucking swear. Don't let him get
goes to Louisa.
Well, fuck you.
Vote goes to Louisa.
Fuck you.
4th vote goes to Captain America.
No.
5th vote goes to Louisa. 6th vote goes to Captain America. 7th vote goes to Louisa. 8th vote goes to Captain America.
No.
9th vote goes to Captain America. This is the first vote.
Why? No.
A mulligan? Do we want to reset?
We can't mulligan. It happened, and we just have to roll with it.
Of all the people to be the first boot on our season.
Looks like they're targeting winners.
Yep.
So Henry VIII, watch your back.
And Parvati.
Yep.
So Derek, Geronimo, Jeff, Luisa, Neferpitu, and Toshiko voted Captain America.
What a bitch.
And Captain America, Henry, Jinx, and Chan voted Luisa. Wow.
Yep, watch your back, Henry. God damn.
Wow. That is crazy. Junko finds the Venua tribe hidden immunity idol.
Oh dear.
Wow, that's a lot of power right here.
Very much so.
Shan finds the Takali tribe hidden immunity idol.
Nice. She's going to need it.
And no alliances happening on this tribe, though. And the Venua tribe wins immunity.
Jesus Christ. Can, like, Mr. Hanky get medevac or something?
Blackbeard and Junko bond strongly.
She's just building her forces.
And in Dr. Will bonds slightly. Ira and Junko bond slightly. And a new alliance forms between Blackbeard, Ira, and Junko.
She's going hard in the beginning. It can be a little concerning.
Yeah, she's trying. Dr. Will was injured, but gets treated and can stay in the game.
Because, screw Ryan.
Yeah, well, he actually did surgery on himself out there.
I mean, like, he was like, crap, I told them I was a doctor, so I kind of have to, like, pull one out of my butt here.
Yep. Yeah. Geronimo and Henry bond slightly.
Okay.
And that's all that happens on your tribe.
Maybe. Oh, fuck. I think it might be Jinx, actually.
I don't want it to be Jinx.
I don't want it to be. The people on the bottom are Shan, Henry VIII, and Jinx. Shan as an idol. Now, there could be a thing where she plays it this time around, but this is just going to suck. Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
First, Shan uses the idol, so it will not be Shan. First vote goes to Shan, does not count. Second vote goes to Shan, does not count. Third vote goes to Shan, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Shan, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Shan, does not count.
Who is it?
Henry VIII.
Oh.
Henry VIII gets idled out by Shan.
Parvati is probably sweating bullets right now. 2 winners in a row.
Wow.
Damn.
They have decided that they don't want a winner to get far in this game.
Fair.
So Geronimo, Henry, Jinx, Louisa, and Neferpitu voted Shan, and then Derek, Jeff, Shan, and Toshika voted Henry. Wow.
The fact that the piece of shit is here longer than Captain America.
He's in it for the long haul. He's gonna make it. He's gonna win, be the best winner we've ever had.
No.
Okay, Junko's alliances here. Pretty much he controls the tribe.
Yeah.
Okay, no alliances. And who wins immunity? Oh, your tribe wins immunity, and they also win comfort items.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Okay. They get to stay around a little longer. Yeah. Himiko and Dr. Will bond slightly.
All right.
Ben and Dr. Will have a minor disagreement. Ben and Blackbeard bond strongly. They probably bonded over their beards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this alliance dissolves between Anne, Junko, and Marge. And a new alliance forms between Anne, Ira, Junko, and Will. So they kicked Marge to the side.
Is Marge going home?
That might be. Derek and Geronimo have a major fight.
Why is Derek just fighting with everyone?
Yeah, I guess that's his personality this season. He's decided. Shan works hard at camp and becomes tired. Okay.
Hanky.
You think Hanky?
Hanky.
What's giving you the decision it's Hanky?
The fact that he's a fucking piece of shit.
I'm going to say Marge. First vote goes to Mr. Hanky.
Come on.
Second vote goes to Marge.
I swear to God.
Third vote goes to Mr. Hanky.
Come on.
Fourth vote goes to Parvati.
No.
Fifth vote goes to Mr. Hanky.
Yes.
Sixth vote goes to Marge. Seventh vote goes to Mr. Hanky.
All right, I think it's good.
Eighth vote goes to Parvati. And Mr. Hanky is voted out in a 6-2 votes.
Good.
Wow. Well, howdy ho.
Well, howdy, get the hell out of here.
Anne, Blackbeard, Dr. Will, Ira, Junko, and Marge voted Mr. Hanky. Mr. Hanky and Parvati voted Marge, and Ben and Himiko voted Parvati.
All right.
Okay, well, you got your wish, Ryan. You got your wish.
All right, so maybe this season might not be too bad.
Yeah. Louisa finds the Takali tribe hidden immunity idol.
Way to go. Way to go.
And no alliances still. Who's
and they win reward?
The Vanua tribe wins reward. They win a grill with meats, vegetables, and spices. And that helps fuel them for an immunity win.
Damn it.
Okay, Blackbeard is impressing the rest of the team.
All right.
And Ira leaves the alliance.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I don't think that's a good move, Ira. You want to be with Junko. Shan is impressing the rest of the team. Geronimo and Jinx bond strongly. Oh, is Jinx looking at Geronimo as his next Silco?
Maybe.
Derek and Luisa have a small fight.
Derek, why are you doing this?
He's fighting like all the strong people too, like the people who could actually like mess him up. Neferpitu rests at camp to restore her energy.
Jesus. All right. I think Derek, he's just going around and making everyone hate him.
Yeah, I think it might be Derek. Okay, first vote goes to Derek. Second vote goes to Luisa. Third vote goes to Luisa. Fourth vote goes to Derek. Fifth vote goes to Luisa.
Can you not?
Fifth vote goes to Derek. Seventh vote goes to Derek.
All right, we're good.
And Derek is voted off in a 5-3 vote. That almost went really bad.
My voice has just now recovered from me yelling during a callback last week. I would rather not want to like open the wound again after it just got better. So please let Luisa not get any more votes against her.
Yeah. Geronimo, Jinx, Luisa, Neferpitu, and Shane voted for Derek. Derek, Jeff, and Toshiko voted Luisa. Okay.
All righty.
Okay, we got a twist coming up here.
Yep.
Okay, they are going to be switched into 3 tribes. So our new Vanua tribe is Anna, Geronimo, Junko, Marge, and Tarverty.
So Geronimo died and went to heaven. You
know,
he has all these lovely ladies around him.
Yeah, he's living the beach life for now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The new Takali tribe is Blackbeard, Jeff Probst, Luisa, Chantel, and Toshiko.
It's gonna be an interesting dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Blackbeard might be in some trouble.
It looks like it.
Yeah. And the new Ikabula tribe is Ben, Himiko, Ira, Jinx, Neferpitu, and Will.
I do think it might be a little playable, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. What tribe are you most interested to see go to tribal? Like, what tribe do you think has the most interesting tribal that can come from it?
Well, in the sense that I don't know. I feel like Junko's tribe, mostly because she has an idol. She's playing a really decent game. You also have Parvati in there. Mm-hmm. But I think just for the fact of like it's more, not much more balanced, but still balanced in a sense. The Ikabula tribe, you know, a new idol is out there and you have a bunch of different, well, I mean, we have 3 crazy, we just ended up with 3 crazy individuals who just happen to be you know, feminine. And then we got 2 war vets and a doctor. It just like seems like an interesting
yeah, I pay to watch this tribe just interact.
Maybe all the animated people will battle each other for supremacy.
Exactly. We shall see. Okay. Junko she still has Anne. That's her closest ally in this game, so at least she still has Anne. Blackbeard doesn't have anyone. Yeah, so a lot of the alliances have kind of been broken up.
Yeah. So this immunity challenge is going to be very, very critical.
The Takali tribe wins immunity, and so does the Ikabula tribe.
All right.
So Junko's tribe is going. Oh, be careful.
I mean, it's a good tripod, so I would have to try really hard to. Oh, no events.
No events. Yeah,
What
they
we
don't.
love.
We don't know what's happening over there. No events over here either. Himiko and Jinx have a major fights.
See, they're duking it out to fight for who's the best crazy girl.
Exactly.
I think you're. I
I
think it's
think
either
Geronimo.
Geronimo or Parvati.
Yeah. But also Junko and Ann kicked Marge out of the little group, so we'll see if they'll want to try to bring her back in or potentially just get rid of her.
Maybe she still voted with them though,
Yeah.
so there. I mean, she's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. First vote goes to Anne. Second vote goes to Parvati. Third vote goes to Anne. Fourth vote goes to Parvati. One vote left. Parvati Shallow is a pre-merge. All of our winners. What happened to our winners this season?
They got targeted. It's like,
yeah.
It makes sense.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that are here for like a second chance, and these winners are here, and it's like they got to get rid of them.
Wow. And Junko and Marge. So yeah, those three ended up staying together. So Geronimo is now probably going to be the vote out there if they go again.
Damn.
Wow. I can't believe that. That's her first pre-merged exits.
It was bound to it. I mean, we're playing Russian roulette with it. It was bound to happen at some point.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Anne and Junko, they're playing a great game, I gotta say. Definitely controlling their tribes. Dr. Will finds the Ikabula tribe hidden immunity idol. He does not want an advantage getting to happen to him again.
Exactly.
Okay. And the Vanua tribe wins reward. They win baked goods, iced tea, and milk. And the Takali tribe wins reward. They win chocolate chip cookies.
Solid.
And the Ikabula tribe wins immunity. And the Vanua tribe wins immunity.
Okay. Come on, Louisa. You got to make it through this.
Geronimo works hard at camp and becomes tired.
Good for him.
Jeff and Louisa find something in common.
Well, maybe Jeff. Hopefully not Jeff. We'll see.
Himiko and Neferpitu bond slightly.
Oh, so this is just a straight-on hate on Jinx.
Yeah. Jinx is getting some hate here. A new alliance forms between Himiko, Neferpitu, and Will.
So this is the anti-Jinx militia.
Yep. Okay. I mean, I think it's Blackbeard here.
Blackbeard.
Yeah.
All right.
First vote goes to Louisa.
Oh my god. Why?
Second vote goes to Louisa.
Will you stop?
Third vote goes to Jeb.
Oh no.
Louisa is voted.
With an idol.
With an idol and the legacy advantage. She had so much power in this game.
Damn it.
Wow.
What does Ryan even have now?
Oh, Louisa gifts the legacy advantage to Shan.
Well, that's nice.
Wow. I thought Louisa was going to make a very deep run here.
Damn it. I mean, the legacy advantage is always a curse.
Yeah.
Whoever
gets it first doesn't really get to the
person.
end. Yeah. Okay, rewards. The Kali tribe wins reward. They win a visit from a chef.
Nice.
And the Vanua tribe wins reward. They win kebabs. And the Takali tribe wins immunity, and the Ikabula tribe wins immunity.
All right, looks like Junko's going back. Not looking
good for
Ooh, wait, hold up.
Oh yeah. Junko leaves the alliance.
Well, I mean, just basically cutting ties with Will.
Yeah, She's not sure. Maybe the merge is coming next tribal, so she's getting ready in case they have to go again to cut Will in scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Junko and Marge are back together.
All right, so
No
that
events
should
there.
probably seal.
Dr. Will has a major meltdown.
All right.
And Neferpitu leaves the alliance between Himiko and Will. She
This
couldn't
merge's
handle
gonna be
Will's
interesting.
meltdown.
Maybe. I think it's Geronimo.
Yeah, I think
It
he's
sucks.
going home. If he somehow broke into this and Brantsteele just didn't tell us at all, like, I don't know what's going on. First vote goes to Geronimo.
Geronimo, no!
Second vote goes to Geronimo. Third vote goes to Anne.
Just do it.
And Geronimo is voted off.
Why? Just why?
Well, here we are at the merge, and I gotta say, I think the best game so far being played is Junko.
Oh, hands down. There's really not much else happening, so it's yeah, not much else is going on. So I think Junko is definitely playing a game. She's playing smart. Can she maintain that for another 10 eliminations? That's the question.
So far she's made sure that she's always had the numbers. She's dominated every vote that she's gone to. And she's got close allies in Anne and Marge. That could be potential final three.
Definitely. So we just have to see.
Okay. Junko finds the reward steal.
Perfect.
Yeah. I get it. She can use that to plunge them more deeper into despair and give her more power.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Jeff Probst wins immunity.
Yeah, he does what he did. It's like, I win immunity. It feels good. Wait, hold on. That leaves a question. It's like when he for the next challenge, no one really gives it back to Jeff. Like Jeff has to take it off, but if Jeff is the one that has to put it on the pedestal, he can't take it off himself. So
we have to have a new host, I'm assuming. So like how Rick Devens was our technical host when Jeff was on last time. I feel like maybe Boston Rob is the new host of this season.
Yeah. Alrighty. What happens here?
Junko and Toshiko have a minor disagreement.
That is very bad for Toshiko.
Yep. Blackbeard and Jeff have a major fight. Well,
I don't think Blackbeard is in too much danger, but not the best.
The alliance between Anne, Junko, and Marge dissolves.
Oh, fuck.
And a new alliance forms between Anne, Jinx, Junko, and Neferpitu.
Wow.
Junko is playing very hard, I think.
It could be your downfall, but we just have to see.
Ira works hard at camp and becomes tired. Okay. Who's the merge boot? I'm thinking either Toshiko or Blackbeard.
I'm going to say Toshiko.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First vote goes to Will. Second vote goes to Ira. Third vote goes to Himiko. Fourth vote goes to Will. Fifth vote goes to Ira. Sixth vote goes to Ira. Seventh vote goes to Ira. Eighth vote goes to Will. Ninth vote goes to Himiko. 10th vote goes to Himiko. 11th vote goes to Ira. And Ira is taken out as the merge boot. Damn.
Gosh. Like all the good ones are getting taken.
Yeah.
Like at final 10, I can't wait to do this assessment. It's going to be Junko, and that's about it.
Man, I'm thinking that they might have taken him out because of his ties with Captain America. I think they're trying to just really take out anyone who had connections to people who did good. uh, yeah, so Anne, Dr. Will, Himiko, Jeff, Marge, Shan, and Toshiko voted for Ira. Blackbeard, Ira, and Junko voted for Dr. Will. And Ben, Jinx, and Neferpitou voted for Himiko.
Congrats.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing there, just the same alliances. Okay, group number 1 is Ben, Himiko, Jinx, Marge, Chantel, and Toshiko. And group number 2 is Anne, Blackbeard, Jeff, Junko, Neferpitou, and Will. And group number 2 wins. They win a trip to a poolside resort with a feast of burgers, fries, and cocktails.
Nice.
Dr. Will wins immunity.
All right.
Nice.
Now, does this put a target on Jeff's back?
Yeah, he won last immunity. He's pretty. I can see people targeting him here. Neferpitou has a major meltdown.
That's very concerning.
Yeah. Himiko and Jeff find something in common.
Interesting.
And that's all that we get.
It's honestly a little tough to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Neferpitou?
Maybe Blackbeard's still a thing.
Yeah. Jeff Probst, maybe, if they're concerned of his targets.
Yeah. Okay.
First vote goes to Jeff. Second vote goes to Himiko. Third vote goes to Himiko. Fourth vote goes to Himiko.
Oh no, is it going to be a clean sweep?
Fifth vote goes to Himiko. Sixth vote goes to Jeff. Seventh vote goes to Jeff. Eighth vote goes to Jeff. Ninth vote goes to Jeff.
Oh no, it's Jeff, isn't it?
10th vote goes to Jeff. And Jeff Probst is voted out at an 8-4 votes.
Yikes.
He came on too strong with that first individual immunity win.
Yeah.
So, Anne, Blackbeard, Dr. Will, Himiko, Junko, Marge, Shan, and Toshiko voted for Jeff. Ben, Jeff, Jinx, and Neferpitou voted for Himiko.
It's not looking good. I also like to say I have 4 people left.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, we have 3 guys left, which is interesting.
Yeah, the girls have been dominating.
Female dominant. Of course, one of the females that had to go had to be Louisa.
Yeah, but she couldn't make it. And Neferpitou, your canon, your pre-merge father, is still here.
I mean, it wasn't. I have nothing against, but it's one that I'm not invested in. At least we got Hanky out of the way.
Yeah, if he was still here, I feel like you would be putting this as one of the worst.
Not necessarily. It just depends on, how they're executed. Like I said, All Stars 4 is probably my favorite, but the fact that Danny Boatwright was eliminated in that regard,
Yeah.
just makes it even better.
Group number 1 consists of 5 castaways: Ben, Himiko, Junko, Marge, and Chantel. Group number 2 is Anne, Blackbeard, Neferpitou, Toshiko, and Will. Jinx does not participate and cannot win rewards. She's being left out of this.
She doesn't look happy about that.
Not at all. And group number 2 wins rewards. They win a trip to a floating restaurant with pizza, chicken wings, and beer within viewing range of the camp and letters from home.
That sounds like a nice meal.
Exactly, except it's their Survivor pizza, which is notoriously terrible.
I would give it a try. Not the fact that I was like starving, but if there was like someone that, before we get to Blackbeard's victory, if there was like something that was like Survivor-esque pizza and stuff, I'd give it a try just to see what it's like. See what the fuss is about.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, Blackbeard gets a win here, which is pretty good. I think he had some heat on him, and now he can avoid it for at least one more tribal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from what I understand, it's really Ben, Jinx, and Pito that are really in danger.
Mm-hmm. Toshiko is impressing the rest of the team. Anne and Ben have a minor disagreements.
So I think
And Ben and Neferpitou have a small fight.
I think it's
I think Ben just blew up his game.
Yeah.
First vote goes to Ben. Second vote goes to Ben. Third vote goes to Ben. Fourth vote goes to Dr. Will. Fifth vote goes to Ben. Sixth vote goes to Dr. Will. Seventh vote goes to Dr. Will. Eighth vote goes to Ben. Ninth vote goes to Dr. Will. And Ben Driebergen is taken out in 7-4 votes.
All right.
Okay, so and Dr. Will, Himiko, Jinx, Marge, Neferpitou, and Toshika voted for Ben. Ben, Blackbeard, Junko, and Shan voted for Dr. Will.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
All righty.
Okay, here we are, final 10, right? Yeah.
Yep. So we have four people on my side, 6 on yours, and yeah, there's only 2 male contestants left.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Granted, we had an all-female season, so obviously, you know, like, but putting that aside, I think if the next 2 people to get eliminated from this game was Blackbeard and Will, we'd have like the most females at the end of any game.
Yeah, of a regular male-female splits.
Exactly. I would say obviously Junko is dominating this game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Blackbeard, he's doing stuff, but it's not as like apparent.
Yeah, he also gets to end with anyone but Junko. Maybe I think he could then make a case.
Yeah, I also think Will is playing a strong game, and I feel like everyone else is kind of under the radar. I think Anne is also doing well.
Yeah, she's kind of attached to Junko. So if we're in a situation where Junko goes out at 4th, and Anne's at the end, Junko's accomplishments might get passed on to Anne, and she kind of gets a lot of the credits.
Yeah.
So I can see that happening. Okay. Let's see here. Group number 1 is Junko, Shan, and Will. Group number 2 is Anne, Himiko, and Marge.
Is Jinx left out again?
And group number 3 is Blackbeard, Neferpitou, and Toshiko. Jinx is yet again left out of the challenge, but automatically wins reward this time. They are afraid of what will happen if they don't give it to her.
That's nice.
And group number 3 wins reward. They win an aerial tour of the local area, followed by a survivor feast.
Nice.
And Jinx wins immunity.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. She harnessed her rage of having to sit out of challenges and managed to bring it to immunity.
Nice.
Okay. Blackbeard and Jinx have a minor disagreements.
It might be his time to go.
Yeah. Neferpitou leaves the alliance between Anne, Jinx, Junko, and her.
I still think it's Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think Blackbeard's in trouble. Okay. First vote goes to Dr. Will. Second vote goes to Marge. Third vote goes to Marge. Fourth vote goes to Dr. Will. Fifth vote goes to Dr. Will. Sixth vote goes to Marge. Seventh vote goes to Marge. Eighth vote goes to Dr. Will. Ninth vote goes to Dr. Will.
Oh no.
And Dr. Will is voted out
with an idol.
Wow.
He should have. I don't blame him for not playing it though, because he seemed safe. It seemed like Blackbeard was, ahead of him.
Wow, that is crazy. And I think he was trying to keep it in case another situation where a bunch of advantages were there and he had to use it to not just go out.
Yeah, I don't blame him for not playing it, but damn.
Yeah, damn. Blackbeard, Junko, Marge, Neferpitou, Shan, and Toshiko voted Dr. Will, and Anne, Dr. Will, Himiko, and Jinx voted Marge.
Dang. Blackbeard is starting to sweat. He's like, uh-oh, one of these things just not like the other.
Yeah. Credit to him though, making it this far. He's definitely had some heat on him this game. But just like last time, he's kind of makes it somewhat far, even though but I mean he's close to Junko. That's the thing. He might make a pretty deep run.
That is true.
Himiko wins reward and shares it with Neferpitou, Marge, and Blackbeards. You might want to take Junko on that. Junko really might have some bitterness towards that.
Does Junko even have a loved one?
I don't know. I guess it would be her mechanical bear that she controls, Monokuma.
Huh.
And Himiko wins immunity.
She's thrilled about it.
Yeah, look at her. Neferpitou and Toshiko bond strongly.
All right, we're starting to see Toshiko's game form.
Yep, Marge and Toshiko bond strongly. And a new alliance forms between Himiko, Neferpitou, and Toshiko.
I wonder, is there going to be a blindside against Junko?
Is that what's about to happen? Are they starting to get the troops ready?
It would be crazy. I think it's Junko or Blackbeard.
Yeah, let's see here. Junko uses the idol on Blackbeard.
I know it's on your computer and it's already kind of preset before we start. However, I think there's something where I say it, your computer picks up, and then the Brantsteele rewrites itself.
Yeah, it changes history just so it can get the perfect outcome here.
So it would be like, no, Ryan, you're not right.
First vote goes to Blackbeard, does not count. Second vote goes to Blackbeard, does not count. Third vote goes to Blackbeard, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Blackbeard, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Neferpitou. Sixth vote goes to Marge. Seventh vote goes to Marge. Eighth vote goes to Neferpitou. One vote left. And Neferpitou is idled out.
Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, not rooting against Neff, but
yeah,
between Pito and Marge, I wanted Pito gone.
Yeah.
So Marge lives to fight another day.
Yeah, and Blackbeard gets to keep going on as the only guy here.
Yeah. So Junko played the idol correctly.
Yep.
Might put a big target on her back, though.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a big target on her and Blackbeard, I think, moving forward for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So Himiko, Marge, Neferpitou, and Toshiko, that was the alliance to take out Blackbeard. And then Blackbeard, Junko, and Shan voted for Neferpitou, and Anne and Jinx voted for Marge. Okay, final 8. Okay, Jinx finds the Vinaka tribe hidden immunity idol.
All right.
Okay, Junko still has that reward stealer, hasn't chosen to use it yet. Shan wins immunity.
Nice.
Good for Shan. I definitely think Blackbeard or Junko are in trouble here, but Jinx is impressing the rest of the team.
I feel it could be Blackbeard or Junko. I feel Marge has racked up quite a few votes.
Marge is impressing the rest of the team. And a new alliance forms between Anne, Marge, and Toshiko.
All right. I do think it could be either Junko or Blackbeard, like you said.
Yeah. I would put that as the most likely. I think Marge probably saved herself here, unless that 3 alliance just is now the bottom 3.
I don't think so, based on like how the votes lied
Yeah.
last week.
First vote goes to Himiko. Second vote goes to Himiko. Third vote goes to Jinx. Fourth vote goes to Himiko. Fifth vote goes to Blackbeard. Sixth vote goes to Blackbeard. Seventh vote goes to Blackbeard.
Oh,
One vote left.
Is it
Himiko?
Oh! Nice little bait and switch. Good job, Brantsteele.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was you made that an exciting one. Wow. So Marge, Shan, and Toshiko voted for Blackbeard there. So Anne, Blackbeard, Jinx, and Junko voted for Himiko. Marge, Shan, and Toshiko voted for Blackbeard, and Himiko was out voting for Jinx. So if Himiko voted for Blackbeard's, it's tied, and then we go to rocks or they revote. So maybe Himiko honestly just didn't know where the votes were going.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, one more until the finale.
Okay, immunity. Junko wins immunity.
Okay.
She's playing a pretty great game.
And then she twists her ankle and gets medevac.
Or quits the game. Anne leaves the alliance between Anne, Marge, and Toshiko.
I think it might be Marge's time.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think Anne's still going to be too safe with Junko and Blackbeard. I think they're turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marge has had too much heat.
Jinx uses the idol on Anne.
Interesting.
First vote goes to Jinx.
Oh no.
Second vote goes to Shan. Third vote goes to Toshiko. Fourth vote goes to Shan. Fifth vote goes to Blackbeard.
It's just out of the blue.
Sixth vote goes to Jinx. And Shan is voted out in a 3-2-1-1 votes.
Dang. Who she I'm interested to see who she gives the legacy to.
She's giving it to Jinx.
All right. Nice.
Okay, nice. So Anne, Blackbeard, and Junko voted for Shan. Junko is really controlling how these all have been shaping out.
Yeah.
Marge, Toshiko voted for Jinx. Shan voted for Blackbeard, and Jinx voted for Toshiko.
All right, final six.
Okay.
Yeah, Junko is playing the best game by far.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Blackbeard kind of under the radar, but still kind of there. I think like a lot of the heat is on Junko. Jinx is still doing like an anti-hero thing. I think Marge is kind of trying to stick in there as the hero role.
Mm-hmm.
And Junko's number one, and Toshiko is kind of, I would say, out of the two games she's played, this one she's a lot more quiet.
Yeah, she's a little more of the goats comparatively.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. This is the last round for Junko to use the reward stealer. Is she going to use it?
I mean, she might as well.
Yeah. Junko wins immunity, so she doesn't have to. She gets the reward with it too. So she also wins a steak dinner with wine waiting at camp and shares it with her closest allies, Blackbeard and Anne Boleyn.
All right. This could be a chance if they... Oh,
Toshiko finds. So we were just talking trash on her, and she says, oh yeah, well, let me go find an idol.
Does that mean... Yeah, so it could be Marge, but if one of them vote for because Jinx has to do the legacy now.
Mm-hmm.
So if they vote her, or if Toshiko plays her idol, they can totally flip this.
Yeah, exactly. And she's creating a new alliance with Anne, Blackbeard, and Toshiko. So she's trying to kick Junko out of the power position.
Then I think it might be Marge, just how alliances and everything are going. Mm-hmm. She made it far.
Yeah. I can see Marge going home here. Jinx uses the legacy advantage, of course. First vote goes to Jinx, does not count.
All right, so it might be targeted, right?
Second vote goes to Jinx, does not count. Third vote goes to Jinx, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Jinx, does not count. Marge Simpson is
No. It
legacy
could have gotten
advantage
rid of
out.
Blackbeard or Anne.
Wow.
Fool.
Yeah. So Anne and Jinx voted for Marge.
Shit.
Wow. So Jinx, that legacy advantage came in clutch there for her. Okay, let's see who wins immunity. Anne Boleyn wins immunity. Okay. Let's go to tribal.
Okay. So she's immune. Anne's immune. Jinx played a hell of a game, but there's unless Toshiko's alliance is like, all right, we're taking out Junko.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
It's one of the two. It's most likely Jinx with the chance of a huge blind side on Junko.
Well, we'll just have to see.
Toshiko uses the idol. First vote goes to Toshiko, does not count. Second vote goes to Jinx. Third vote goes to Jinx. And Jinx is voted out. Hey, she made it far.
She did. She definitely did.
Okay, so now your last remaining person is Toshiko.
I don't think so. It's either Junko or Toshiko gets taken out.
Yeah.
I don't think Toshiko's endgame, however impressive, would warrant a win.
Yeah, I think Anne honestly would still win if Junko goes out here. I think Junko and Anne have played pretty close to each other for at least the perception of everyone that if Junko went out here, a lot of the credit just has to go to Anne because they've been kind of the duo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who wins immunity. Toshiko wins immunity.
So I think, yeah.
Wow, is Junko gonna just miss out?
Unless someone, quits for no apparent reason.
Toshiko leaves the alliance.
Like, what are they gonna do? Toshiko.
Oh, that is just that makes no sense.
I don't even know.
Yeah, is she gonna just vote now against Anne or Blackbeard?
There's only one way to find out.
First vote goes to Anne. Second vote goes to Junko. Third vote goes to Anne. Fourth vote goes to Junko. We are tied between Junko and Anne. Are they going to have to make fire?
It just doesn't make sense. Take out.
First vote goes to Anne. Second vote goes to Junko. They are making fire.
All right. Does Junko win?
And the tribe has spoken.
So I think Junko should win this.
Yeah, I think this also just gave Junko a huge move in her belt too, like end game wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Junko has to win this.
I think Junko. I will have to give credit to Toshiko for 2 seasons in a row making it to the end.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Blackbeard might get some credit, but I think ultimately this is Junko's.
Yeah. This Blackbeard played pretty much the similar game to last time, except this time they had someone who wanted to bring them to the end.
Yeah.
Okay. The first vote goes to Toshiko. Second vote goes to Junko. Third vote goes to Blackbeard. Fourth vote goes to Junko. Fifth vote goes to Junko. Sixth vote goes to Blackbeards. Seventh vote goes to Blackbeards. Eighth vote goes to Toshiko. Ninth vote goes to Junko. 10th vote and winner in a 5-3-2 votes is Junko.
Definitely a deserving winner.
Yeah. Let's see who all voted for everyone. Anne, Himiko, Ira, Jeff, and Shan voted for Junko. Ben, Dr. Will, and Mars voted for Blackbeard. And Jinx and Neferpito voted for Toshiko.
I loved how that rhymed. Well, yeah, I mean, Junko was definitely, I feel like if anyone else win would like, but like Junko. So I definitely think I'm glad she got this win here.
Yeah, Neferpitu wins the fan favorite awards.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, look at that. Here's all the placements for everyone. Louisa just coming up a little shy there.
Fuck it. Steve, Henry,
Parvati. Mr. Hanky.
Cares.
But yeah, look at this. The winners that came in here just did not have any way to get in here. I think this was just destined for them to be doomed.
Yeah, I don't necessarily fault Steve for losing this one.
Yeah. Steve, Henry, and Parvati just got a bad shake of everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Junko and Oshima is considered the most strategic.
Understandably so.
Yeah, she got 2 immunity wins, the most immunity wins. It was actually very evenly distributed. Oh, yeah, it seems like a lot of things are even. Like even the votes, like the highest votes was only 13. Not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty low. It felt like Marge got so much more than 10.
Yeah, well, same with Blackbeard. Where's Blackbeard? 8?
8? Yeah, that's strange.
Weird. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Day After podcast. There we have it. All Stars 9, the first season for the series. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Next season gonna be interesting, and it's already January. When does New Survivor start? 42?
March, mid-March somewhere.
Mid-March. So we still got some Brantsteele love to spread until then, until we get into that mindset.
Yep, going back to Survivor 42. I will I think I can also announce what the next Brantsteele is, so you guys can get ready, because it's something that is really exciting. It's Survivor 42 Brantsteele predictions. That's going to be on our next thing.
All right, sweet. I'm always looking forward to those. It's one of those things. It's kind of like interesting to see what they got right. We did see like a huge immunity pool make it to the merge. Like in that one, we did see kind of like one team really, really getting screwed over. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. So yeah, until then, have a good one, I guess.